on to the second game I would like to talk about, and that game is Donkey Kong 2, aka Donkey Kong Jr. So, in the first game, you were Mario, or Jumpman, and you were trying to save your girlfriend from Donkey Kong. Now, in this one, you actually play, presumably, what is Donkey Kong's son, and it's a similar type game. You're going to be running across platforms and climbing up vines instead of ladders, and you're trying to actually free your father, Donkey Kong, who's captured by Mario, or Jumpman. I'm just going to refer to him as Mario from now on, just to keep it simple. Now, alright, so first stage, as you can see, there's a bunch of fruit that you can grab. If you happen to grab it, it falls down immediately, but any bad guys beneath it will be killed. So, that's a pretty cool way to get some extra points, and also get some of the bad guys out of your way. But for the most part, you probably won't be using it that much, because the opportunities for using it aren't really that good on these stages. With the exception of the sci-fi. I'll tell you about that in a second. Alright, so, first stage, pretty simple, nothing crazy. Second stage, there's this real crazy spring, and this little platform, and these moving bars that you have to grab onto. Kind of reminds me of a stage in, like, what's that show called? Not MXC, the other one. Ninja Warrior. So you're trying to do crazy Ninja Warrior crap to get up the platforms and, you know, to rescue your dad. So, these are stupid little bird things that Mario happens to throw out in this one, and they poop like little white circles. I think they're eggs, because that's probably what they are, but I can't tell. Anyway, really, really crazy, but that stage is probably one of the most difficult. Now, next stage, this is probably my favorite stage, because A, it's sci-fi, and B, it's freaking easy as hell. If you actually watch this, all you have to do is just walk across the platforms and jump over the bad guys. There's really no, you know, there's no doubt as to what to do and when to do it. It's pretty straightforward, and there's really, you know, it's also one of the easiest levels to kill a bad guy in if you time your fruit drops right. So, anyway, that's the stage. Now, this game consists of 4 stages. You're Donkey Kong Jr. and you are trying to save your dad, but instead of trying to get up to the platform that he's on, he is locked down in a cage, and you have to push a bunch of keys up into, you know, the locks, I guess, that are holding him down. And the instant that you do push them all in, he actually becomes free. You appear at the bottom of the screen, and it looks like he's about to crush you, but he doesn't! So there he is, and he saves you, and Mario is, I guess, presumably dead, but he comes back for another try because he captures him again. Now, very similar to the first Donkey Kong, you pretty much loop around the same number of stages, but I think this gives you a little bit more dynamic gameplay choices. So in the first one, you're Mario, and you can jump and move, and that's pretty much it. You just kind of moved at the same rate, and when you jumped, you pretty much just jumped the same way, either straight up or the same distance left and right. In Donkey Kong Jr., you can actually choose to climb in a different way. If you climb on 2 vines upward at the same time, you actually climb faster than you would 1 vine up at a time. And same thing, but vice versa, going down. You'll climb slower down if you're holding on to 2 vines, but you'll actually climb down much quicker if you're only holding 1, much like, you know, fireman pole. So, anywho. So now, if you look at game B, it's actually a little bit harder. Definitely harder to get through this first stage. Like, I just died like 3 times, and you wouldn't believe how many times I had to practice this particular game out of the 3 that I did today to really, you know, get the footage that I want, because I kept on dying all the time. So, I actually thought that Donkey Kong was easier than this one, and this one's actually a little bit tougher. Only my personal opinion. Oh, another stupid thing. On the second stage with the spring and the platform, there's a stupid situation sometimes where you can get in, and if you jump on the platform the wrong way, you pretty much just kind of get stuck between the platform and the spring, so you can't do anything, and then you die. So it's... Not fair! Oh my god. Yeah, so this game's a little brutal. Definitely like it though. Funniest thing, first time I actually played this game was actually on an Atari. Not the well-known 2600 or the 7800. I played on some Atari, and it was kind of pretty much the same gameplay. Alright, okay. So that's Donkey Kong Jr., so you can see similarities. They're both pretty similar in terms of game type, and I would say these two are probably the more popular ones, because I've actually seen arcade machines for both of these. I have not seen arcade machines for the third game, which we're going to talk about right now, which is Donkey Kong 3. Now, let's see. As you can see, it doesn't even describe Donkey Kong correctly, because what I'm playing it off of is some, Asian bootleg cartridge that basically it's a Famicom cartridge with an adapter, but I can play it in my Nintendo, so that's pretty much what it is. Anywho, alright, so the premise for this game, if I told you, you'd probably laugh, because the first time I heard it, it was utterly ridiculous. Alright, so you're that dude down there, and you can move left, right, and then up kind of makes you jump, down makes you move down a platform. And both A and B, they both make you shoot. Both A and B make you shoot. And what you're supposed to do is shoot Donkey Kong up the ass and get him out of here. So, I actually heard that the premise of this game is your name is Stanley. You're not even Mario, just some guy named Stanley. And you work here. And what you do is, you're working, and all of a sudden you see Donkey Kong come through some hole in your ceiling, and you just have to spray him until he leaves. Now, first of all, who came up with the premise for this game? This makes no sense that a monkey would just leave if you spray him with stuff. Now, that makes no sense. I think it would just piss the damn thing off, and he'll just come and kill you. But that's just me. So, let's see. Things about this game. Earlier stages, pretty easy. It's not too hard because you're pretty much just pressing up and you're jumping and you're spraying. So the faster you spray and spray him up, the sooner the stage ends. If you happen to get the little power-up, it's the little bottle that drops after Donkey reaches a certain point, and then you spray at a little bit quicker rate, which really helps immensely. But in this game, it somehow just wears off the instant you kill a bug. And there's a lot of bugs, because it's a greenhouse. So, that's just lame. So, it's hard to just spray him and not kill bugs, because they fly in your way and stuff. Anyway, as you can see, there's 3 separate stages. We've gone through a few of these already. But the first stage, pretty simple. It's just, grass. I mean, not grass, it's like leaves. Oh, you have flowers at the bottom. The object is to protect all the flowers. Once you lose all the flowers, you die. If you let Donkey fall on top of you, by not spraying him up, you die. So, I mean, the game's pretty simple. There's a couple obstacles, I guess, per stage. The second one, there's this little gap, so you can't just straight up start jumping on the top row right away. You have to kind of walk around and then jump up, but it's really not that huge a deal. And let's see. And this third one, which I think is probably the most annoying and probably the only innovative game thing in this particular game, is these vines that run across with these worms. And what happens is when you shoot them, they stop in place and they absorb stuff, and you can never kill them. So they're freaking annoying, and they get in your way, and you can't shoot Donkey while they're in front of you. So you better pause them outside or otherwise. Oh, you might have just seen him kill me by throwing some sort of, I don't know, it looks like a coconut, maybe a fruit thing, I don't know. So that's another way you can die in this game. Okay, so let's compare and contrast. First Donkey Kong game, pretty much you get to platform and save the princess. Alright, second game, you get to platform and save your dad. Third game, you're Stanley shooting gas up a monkey's ass. Alright, enough said. You've probably never heard of this third one before. It's probably because it sucks. So don't bother with it. If you ever want to try it out, you don't. Let me just tell you there now. And anyway, so just to sum it up, I would say all 3 games in the Donkey Kong series on Nintendo. First 2 are great. This 3rd one is terrible, and that's really all you need to know. So hope you guys enjoyed. You guys enjoy the games. Have a good night. Ah, not fair.